What's up, everybody? I'm Tyler. That's Jer. We're Rap Cornballs. We're sorry for missing the last 4 months with the roundups. It's Jer's fault. Jer went through some things, and we just had to miss the roundups.
But anyways,
we just kept procrastinating the roundup, and it eventually went to 4 months, and now we're actually doing it.
I want to do a quick thing. Two truths and a lie. You know that game? In the past 4 months, I've gotten a 6-pack. My girlfriend's visited me in Seattle, and I visited her in Arizona, and Radiohead grew on me. 4 months, aka last time we uploaded the roundup.
I think the lie is that you got a 6-pack. There ain't no fucking way.
No, Radiohead's still dog shit. Without further ado, we have to get into this, and we're not going to elaborate on most of the albums here, unless the albums are, really, really special. The special Snowflake
albums.
Exactly.
We're going to go over most of these albums fast, and that's what we're going to do, because it's 4 months. Yeah. We would be here for about 2 hours. Also, no special transitions like we did for the other roundups, because that would take me fucking years to edit. So, we're going to go from May to June to July to August, just to make things easier. We're going to separate these into different months that we missed. First, it's May.
Starting with May is...
Sorry, shit. I'm just getting in the groove of the roundup things. We haven't done this in a while.
It's okay, but, you want me to do it?
I'm a little nervous. A little scared.
Starting with May is Bright Green Field by Squid. I don't like these animals that much.
That's your thing?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of squids.
For me, this album has really high octane energy. It grew off me quite a bit. I still enjoy it, but I think there has been a better post-punk album this year. The next album we have is CZARFACE and MF Doom's Super What. It is really nice to hear Doom again. I think it's a great album. It's nerdy, it's fun, and it's extremely well done. I rhymed.
Yeah. The next one is Van Weezer by Weezer. I haven't listened to this album because I don't trust Weezer in 2021, but I did order merch for me and my girlfriend on this album. Still haven't heard it, though.
This is one of the most forgettable albums of the entire year. It's just Weezer doing dad rock. Not too much to... Oh, shit, I just realized. Guys, this is a joke. Please don't make fun of me for this shirt. I don't know. I said dad, and I thought of Hulk Hogan because a lot of dads like Hulk Hogan. So I kind of just correlated the two. It's a joke. Don't make fun of me.
The next album we have is Man on Man. It's the self-titled debut. From an album that we found off of Bandcamp, or from an act that we found off of Bandcamp. Or should I just say an act?
Yeah.
It's a duo. They dabble in some shoegaze, some rock here, and it's honestly just a pretty enjoyable album. I think it's brave, it's bold, it's charismatic. If you guys don't know, they're a gay shoegaze couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically my thoughts. It's brave, like he said. A lot of different styles experimented with here. I do think that in the future they will expand upon their sound and make it a little bit more interesting, but I still think this is a really good debut, and I fuck with it a lot. Check out Man on Man, very underrated. The next album we have is J. Cole's The Off Season. I forgot this came out this year. J. Cole promised ambition with this project, and he brought a project that lacked a lot of ambition. It's decent, we got some nice songs from it, not anything special.
J. Cole dropped this year. Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
That happened.
It did. It definitely did happen.
Nice. Next. The next one I actually have right here. Daddy's Home, St. Vincent. I got the alternative cover. It's an incredible album. It sounds straight out of the 70s. There's a ton of influences that St. Vincent's pulling from here. She definitely had such a refreshing take on her sound as a whole, because she's known for more art pop oriented stuff, but she just completely switched it here with influences from Joni Mitchell. Some cuts from this album sound straight out of a Pink Floyd album. It's great.
Vintage greatness. My Baby Wants a Baby is one of my favorite songs this year. Yeah, fucking crazy good album. One of my favorites this year. This next one is Sour by Olvia Rodrigo. I have really nothing that much to say about this album. I think it's good. I think it's solid debut. I still think that Olvia Rodrigo needs to find her own sound. There's some interesting moments on here. I just think it's a good pop album.
Olvia Rodrigo.
That was funnier than it should have been. That was a dog shit joke. Next up, we have 21 Pilots' Scaled and Icy. I like this one a lot more than Jared does. I don't think it's great by any means, but I think I like when 21 Pilots is more enthusiastic like this. It makes me feel good. The lyrics on this thing, the songwriting is easily the worst part, but I don't mind that. I think it's pretty enjoyable.
I mean, to hear my thoughts on this album, just go watch Insufferable albums.
Yeah, go watch that. Link in description. He hates it. He thinks it's dog shit. One of the worst albums of the year for him.
I just thought of a terrible joke. I'm not gonna say it.
Do it. Come on.
All right, "Pray for Haiti" by Mac Bum. I'm not doing it.
No, say it.
No, it's not. It's not. It's such a terrible.
Were you gonna say Mac Bummy?
Next one's "Pray for Haiti" by Mach-Hommy. Listen to Mos Def or something.
I kind of agree with Jared. I think it's a good album. I think that Mach-Hommy is pretty impressive lyrically, but sonically, man, there's nothing interesting about this dude. He just there's so many other people like him. Not that interesting. Good album, but ooh, this is a nice one. Next up we have Dayglow Harmony House. Is that the name of the album? Harmony House? This shit is so feel good. There's so many feel good moments on this album, but there's also some moments where you go a little more melodramatic, a little bit more. It's nice. Sure. It's a nice ass album. It's really nice to listen to. A lot of great shit done here. Listen to it if you haven't already.
Like Dayglow won White Boy Summer. He won.
He won at White Boy Summer.
Easily. Yeah.
Destroyed it.
Okay, this next one is "The Fool" by Bladee. Yeah, my Bladee phase, I'm way past it, to be honest. I mean, I started listening to this guy in, like, 2018 when everyone fucking hated him, blah, blah, blah. I think that this one's just generic, to be honest. Definitely one of his more forgettable projects.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Jerry. Even though I actually really enjoyed this one, it is not that interesting of a Bladee project. It's just more, trap Bladee, more trap rap Bladee. Mm-hmm. I think it was nice. It was fun to listen to. It's a pretty good album, just not something that I'm actively listening to a lot. Next up, we have Cavalcade by Black Midi, one of the more critically acclaimed albums of the year, and I do agree, it's a pretty fucking great album. It isn't one of my absolute favorites of the year anymore, but honestly, there's some fucking great moments on here. The different styles are insane. Everything's just put together so well, and I don't even think they're at their best yet.
Yeah, I loved how, honestly, they expanded the sound completely from Schlagenheim and just went into a, like, not a completely different direction, because those moments of, like, complete mind fuckery are still there, but like I'm loving that the direction that they went with this album. It's a great album. I haven't heard this next one. You can take it away. It's Exodus by DMX.
This DMX album is just it feels like he's featured on these songs. All these songs, it feels like he's a feature. That's a problem. But I have a solution to that problem. Don't make the album. If there isn't enough material to work with, don't fucking make the album. And the material that is worked with by these artists turned out to be extremely mediocre and uninteresting. There's a lot of problems with this project. It just feels like a disrespectful cash grab a lot of the time. Even if it wasn't, it feels that way. Not a good album. Very mediocre. I did not enjoy it at all.
We're on to June now. 1 month down, 3 to go. And we're starting off with one of the worst albums of the year, Blue Weekend by Wolf Alice. It's awful, in all honesty, but it's not like awful in the sense where it's like you're listening and you're like, this is horrendous. It's awful in the sense is because I feel absolutely nothing from this project. This does nothing. This is just garbage. That's it.
I thought this was a decent project. I really do not get the hype at all for it. I didn't hate it as much as Jer or Mr. Fantano did, but I did not enjoy it that much. Wolf Alice, it went into my ear, went straight out of it. I never thought of it again. That's it.
And you know what? That's a great way to sum my thoughts up on the very next album, Jubilee by Japanese Breakfast. It was an enjoyable listen when it was on, but, you know, it was kind of like the Brockhampton album for me in the sense where I just I admired it, then I moved on, you know?
You know what, that's fair. Jer was hyping this one up so fucking much when I first listened to it.
I was.
We listened to it in call, and I was like, yeah, this is really good, but I just didn't find anything that mind-blowing about it. I still think it's a really good album, and my thoughts haven't changed on the fact that it's a really good album. It's just not that interesting for me. Good album, nothing more. It's better than the Wolf Alice, though, I can tell you that.
This next one is easily one of my favorite projects of the year, and it will easily make probably a top 10 list. And This Is a Protest for Your Heart by Left at London. This album, I don't want to say it blew me away, but it's so admirable. Left at London's an artist that I've been following for a while, and she's just made like incredible EP after incredible EP, and just this album is what's amazing about her as an artist. I definitely recommend this one if you haven't heard of her before, because it's incredible, whether it's the brilliant vocal range she has, the dabbling into all these other different genres. Shut the fuck up, Tyler. This is an incredible project. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty great. I'm really glad Jared put me on. Like he said, the dabbling into all these other genres really made it amazing. There's a fucking hyperpop song. Fucking great shit. Thank you for putting me on, Jared. Next up, we have The Voice of the Heroes by Lil Baby Lil Durk. Nothing much to say about this. When it started, there's a few songs in the front end of the album, but then it just kept going and going and going and going and dragged mid-album. Not that good.
I skimmed through this one. We have Inside the songs by Burnham.
Yeah.
Just goes well with the special on Netflix.
Yeah, there's some great songs here. Goodbye works. All Eyes on Me work really well by themselves. But do not listen to this album first. Watch the special. The special, it fits. Yeah, just watch the special. Great shit. Amazing shit. The next up we have The Life of Pierre 5 by Pierre Bourne. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it's pretty good, pretty damn fun, really nice. Just sit back and relax to.
Yeah, this is definitely not better than the last one, but it's good.
Nice.
I didn't listen to this next one, which is Culture 3 by the Migos.
Yeah, since the first album, full Culture album, they haven't made anything that interesting, and this just adds on to it. The last album was dog shit. This album just extremely shit. This album is just extremely mediocre. Good moments, but no, not that good.
This next one's Hall of Fame by Polo G, and yeah, I'm a defender of this album because I do think it's his best project. A lot of people hate this one, says that he uses the same instrumental on every song, but then they go and praise The Alchemist that uses the same piano loop every time. But yeah, Polo G better ratio.
It gave me the same feeling listening to the Migos album. It's mid as fuck. The last song was really good though. So next album is Jordy by Maroon 5. We already Fuck.
We already sussed?
We already sussed this album.
That's what you just said.
But go check out our Insufferable Albums post. Jared, what did you think of this? I gave my thoughts there. Jared, now time for yours.
This next one's Butterfly 3000 by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I'm the only person that's listened to this. Tyler is allergic to this band. This band drops all the time, and Tyler has never listened to an album by them. This album, that being said, fucking sucks. I'm glad Tyler didn't listen to this as his introduction to the band, because he would probably think that they suck.
This next one is Backxwash. I long ass title. I lie here buried with my rings and my dresses. This is good. But honestly, I was pretty disappointed. I thought that there could have been greater moments. I thought that, because judging by the single was great. It just wasn't as nice as I thought it would be compared to her last album. It's cool. It's there. Good shit.
I still think that Backxwash is going to go on to drop a phenomenal project. I just don't think this was the one this time around.
Next one is Hobo Johnson, The Revenge of Hobo Johnson. Hobo Johnson dropped another ass album after this, but honestly, I don't think this one is that ass. I think it's a mediocre album. A lot of people hate this shit, but I just think it's Hobo Johnson doing Hobo Johnson shit, and it's just really mediocre. Not terrible for me.
Yeah, so I came up with a good joke for this one. I said it's Bo Burnham's Inside at Home. And listen, and Tyler didn't necessarily Amy Schumer me. Like, he didn't do that, but like he did use the review and use the joke on Album of the Year, and everyone praised him for it. And you know, it's kind of like the kid who says the joke louder, you know, in class. That was kind of what it is. Oh my god, this shit dropped.
Wait, what dropped?
Actual mixtape.
This next album we have Sin the City mixtape. This album is dookie. It's just Ski Mask rapping over just bland beats. He's freestyling over these beats, and he dropped it as a mixtape. I forgot this came out. Jared did too. He was surprised to see it on the list.
Yeah, no,
this ass. This mixtape is ass.
The Fantano album is next. The Turning Wheel by Spelling.
Oh.
And yeah, I did listen to this album because Fantano gave it a 10. Yeah, I was aware of this album. Like, I saw it, like, climbing the ranks on things, and then Fantano gave it a 10, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just see what this is about, and it's a deserved 10.
It's one of my favorite albums of the year. Spelling sounds like a fucking Disney princess, and in the best way possible on this album. It's fucking amazing. One of my favorites of the year. Instrumentation's also great. Check it out, please, if you haven't. The next album we've already done an entire discussion on this album. It's a nice victory lap for Tyler. That's about it. Go check it out. Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator.
This next album is Planet Her by Doja Cat, and Doja Cat is someone that I've never really liked, to be honest. I think that she's just a Nicki clone, in all honesty. And while this album does stray away from that, it's still not good. Like, it's got, like, some decent highlights on it, but God, like, no.
This album is pretty mediocre. Doja Cat, I think there's some good songs. We heard the Weeknd song with The Weeknd, the song with Ariana Grande, pretty good fucking songs. But I've literally never listened to this album once since I've listened to it. It's alright. No, it's not even alright, it's just mediocre. We're going into July now. 2 months done. Nice.
Yeah, starting July with Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. This is one of my favorite albums of the year. And I know a lot of people think that it's kind of a disappointment in comparison to her debut, but honestly, I've had enough time to sit with it. I think that it's better than her debut album. And I don't know, for a lot of reasons. I think her songwriting and her vocals have improved massively, and I think that there's just a handful of her best written songs. I mean, Happier Than Ever, the title song, is a fucking powerhouse.
Dude, that's...
Every sound that she tries to, like, dabble into on this album is good, and she does a great job at it, and it's a good album.
This is not my favorite from Billie Eilish. I do prefer her debut, but this album, I'm gonna sound like such a... I don't know if I should I? This album is really sexy. It's a really sexy album. Phineas needs to get his dick sucked for making Happier Than Ever.
He really does. He really does.
I don't think it's a great album for me, but it's a pretty fucking good one, and I enjoy it a lot. It isn't a disappointment, just a really fucking good album.
Hey everybody, it's Jeremiah from the future here, reviewing a mixtape that me and Tyler forgot to put into the roundup like fucking dumbasses. That is Somewhere on Earth 2 by River, our very good friend. He released a mixtape that honestly just screams improvement. To summarize it up, good ear for beats, pretty good rapping, he's getting better by the release. Yeah.
What the fuck? Vince Staples dropped this year? He really came back 3 years without making an album from this. It's alright. It's just not what I expected after a 3-year wait.
No.
Alright. This next one gets me pretty mad. I haven't listened to it, because I'm not ever going to, but we have Faith by Pop Smoke. This is just the DMX album, but this one shouldn't have been made more. This one, they should have actively tried not making it. I haven't heard it, but it's probably better.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one because, honestly, first of all, I loved Pop Smoke's last posthumous release, and I think 50 Cent did a great job. That could have ended his career on a high note. The first half of this album actually sounds like it's a legitimate Pop Smoke album, and he shows up, surprisingly, on, like, all of the tracks with good presence, but, then, once you're halfway through, you start to realize, oh my god. And then, like, the second half just completely, like, why did you drop this?
This next album, we have Sling by Clairo. I enjoyed this one quite a lot. I was kind of surprised by how much I enjoy it. I really want Clairo to go more in this folk direction in the future. I think it is really nice. I think her vocals are great. And the instrumentation is also really amazing. Check it out. Pretty great album.
Yeah, I don't like it. As much as I wanted to like this one, I didn't want, like, bro, I just, every pop singer all of a sudden wants to become Elliott Smith, and it's like, fuck off. 4 out of 10, if I had to put a number on it.
8 out of 10.
Biggest 4.
8.
This next one is The House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad. My house is burning because of how fucking awful this album is. Call me whatever you want on Twitter, Isaiah Rashad. Your album fucking sucks, my guy.
I don't necessarily agree with Jarrett, but it is not interesting at all. Good moments, but it is very average.
This next one's called Lately I Feel Everything by Willow. Lately I Feel Nothing, because this is the real pandemic, is you trying to go into a pop punk direction. You fucking suck.
The real pandemic is artists trying to go pop punk.
Travis Barker? Just don't call him. Please. Ridiculous.
I didn't hate this album as much as Jared did, kind of like the last one. I just think it's whatever. Yeah. Okay. The KSI album and IDK album. Go check out our the Insufferable albums. We said that like 3 times, but check out Insufferable albums. It's a really nice post. Go check it out. Bobby Tarantino 3 is easily Logic's most forgettable project. Holy shit! Did anybody listen to this album? Usually I see some Logic stands replaying his new album. I didn't see anybody. This is just a mid-ass fucking album that Logic made. Nothing interesting about it.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but weirdly enough, this is this year's Thundercat album from last year, where it just, after a day, it's like the project vanished. Like the Thundercat album
Nobody.
was way better. That was a bad comparison, but what the fuck?
This next album is 25 by G Herbo. While I do not think this album is amazing or great by any means, I was very surprised when listening to it. There are some bangers on here. I do think that there's some spotty moments that don't make the album as great as it could be, but this is a pretty nice album. Listen to it. Very underrated from this year.
Honestly, after his last album, I thought that G Herbo was just washed and gone. This is one of the best trap albums this year. This next one is by a Seattle rapper by the name of Travis Thompson. This is Boulevard Boy. This is actually it was pretty well anticipated from me because I really like this guy and he's honestly the only hope in Seattle hip hop. I'm from Seattle. The hip hop scene fucking sucks. This guy proves that like at least there's someone to care about because this album's full of bangers, good introspective moments. It's not for everyone. But yeah, it's good. This next one is Getting Stranger by Grady Strange. This is an album that I was anticipating too, to be honest. I was anticipating this one. Now that the album's out, I will say it fell a little bit short of my expectations, but I think it's still a pretty enjoyable, fun album that's really inoffensive.
I agree on the inoffensive part. This one really did not captivate me at all. I think it's pretty mediocre in my opinion, but you know, cool. Grady Strange is someone to look out for in my opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Insufferable album.
Just check out our Insufferable albums. Tramp Stamps is absolute dog shit. Worst
Watch
human.
the video.
Watch the video. It's the worst fucking thing to drop this year. Check out Insufferable albums. The next album we have is Stand For Myself by Yola. Holy shit. When me and Jared listened to this shit, we were like blown away by the vocals on this thing. This is one of my favorite albums this year. This shit is great, and I need you to listen to it because the vocals are fucking stunning. There's some fucking bops on here. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, no, this is a great album. This is fucking great. It's a twerk fest. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Check this shit out.
Check it out. Check it out.
This next one is Gold Digger Sound by Leon Bridges. Now, Leon Bridges, in my opinion, was definitely like one of the most, I don't know, just appealing artists of last decade. This album is great, except I don't know how to explain my experience. I was in an H&M and this album started playing.
Oh, no.
And like, I don't know, something about that experience really ruined it for me. I'm not gonna lie, he does make music for like couples with granite kitchen tables. And next. It's kind of sad.
We're going on to August. Let me just say something real
Last
quick.
month.
August is easily for me the worst month of the year so far. So there isn't many albums here because there wasn't many notable ones. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. In my opinion, to the most notable album of August, and that's Gumbo by Pink Sifu. Pink Sifu is one of the most versatile rappers in my opinion. With his last album to this one, fucking completely different sounds, and he nails it on the head here. It is nice southern hip hop, and it's just the Isaiah Rashad, but done way better. Great shit.
I agree. It's great.
Yeah.
Great. All right, this next one is another Fantano 10. Sinner Get Ready by Lingua Ignota. And honestly, I liked Caligula more, but I still just not a big fan. I think that Lingua Ignota is a great artist, to be honest. I just don't think that she's really that captivating. It's really like a project that you have to like sit back with and like soak in. And honestly, like I've tried and I don't know.
I got through half of this project. And I'm not because it's bad. I just stopped because I had to do schoolwork. I listened to it at school. But I thought it was good. It, like Jared said, it wasn't that captivating for me. But holy shit, the vocals on here are really great. I understand the appeal.
Oh, well, you said that Gumbo was the most standout project.
Oh, wait, shit, wait, no. No. This is the most standout. Fuck, I agree.
Yeah. Nas, I'm a big fan of Nas. I actually have a Nas shirt under this. Illmatic.
Oh.
Illmatic is, yeah.
I thought you were about to show your
Anyways,
talked about
we're not talking about Illmatic. I don't want to talk about Illmatic here because King's Disease 2 is honestly such a fucking great album. It's so great. And honestly, like, I am a huge Nas fan. He's in my top 10 favorite rappers. But yeah, admittedly, he's been mediocre most of his career. I mean, we're going to do a deeper dive on that in a future post. Yeah, this was great. This is King's Disease 1, which was a pretty solid album, but way better. Way more ambitious. Nas sounds better than ever, and he's pushing 50. Come
you
on,
say
man.
Better than ever? You know what that means, right?
Okay, not better than ever. Like, obviously not better than ever, you know? But, like, he's just... For his age, I think it's just so admirable that he's, like, pushing 50 and dropping, like, something like that.
Jer's loud mouth said basically what I have to say for the album. I do think it's the most notable album of August. I was kind of tripping when I said Pink Seafood. Yeah, great fucking album. Nas is back with this one. Check it out. This next album is Trippie Redd, Trip at Night. Holy shit! Trippie Redd loved Whole Lotta Red. It's not good. That's it.
No.
You go there.
Okay,
son.
if you're at this point in the video and you haven't watched Insufferable albums, go fuck
Just
yourself.
go watch Insufferable albums. That's Jer's opinion. If you want Jer's opinion on this album, check Insufferable albums. But I thought it was mid as fuck too.
All right. This next one is Scroll by Badge Epoch, and I hope that I didn't butcher that. I think that this album is only for a select amount of people. You know, I think that there is a little bit of everything on this. I mean, there's like psych rock, fucking ambient, fucking drone, fucking like it's all over the place. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It's kind of like one of those albums like Donda where you just like pick your favorite songs when the album's done and just like listen to them. It's full of highlights. I think it's really good. Yeah, that's it.
This next album is Hitler Wears Hermes 8 by Westside Gunn. Westside Gunn is barely on this album, to be honest. He has like one verse every song, and I could not be happier. Features carry this shit hard. It's a decent album because of that.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I lasted like 3 songs.
Rap Cornball's the biggest Westside haters on YouTube.
Call my tolerance to this album equivalent to the amount of time that I last in bed, because, like, God, so fast.
This next album is Turnstile's Glow. This shit is great. I did want more, and some of the songs are a little samey, but they do switch their style on this, but nothing lives up to the single that was on the EP earlier than this. Mystery, nothing lives up to the first track here. Still a great album. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, this one grew on me, but, like, honestly, I did want more. I think that that's something that's going to get expanded upon as this band grows.
This is a band to look out for.
God fucking damn, like, that opener is so good.
So good, dude.
It's so good.
Only one more left?
This next one is
2 more
Brother
left.
Minister, Volume 1 by Brother Ali.
My bad.
This is a 15-minute rap project, kind of similar, like, in the vein of, like, the Tierra Whack project from 2018, where he's just, like, having fun on beats for 15 minutes. I think the Tierra Whack album was more full of character, but that's not the point. Yeah, Brother Ali said he wants to do these in between albums, and I'm not complaining at all because he's one of my favorite rappers. So, yeah, short and sweet, good, nothing, like, extremely memorable. But then again, it's like a 15-minute project where he's just having fun. It's not bound to be an album that's going to be, like, on repeat for years and years. It's just, like, cool, nice.
All right.
Okay, you can take the last one.
Guys, I would love to say we were ending this on a great note. But
Yeah.
we're not. Not really. Halsey dropped an album where the production got a fucking hernia from carrying her H&M vocals.
Yeah.
It's all right because of the production, and Halsey is vocally talented, but nothing special in terms of vocals. Production carried.
If you guys don't know, this album was produced by Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails fame, a group that is so fucking good and that makes, like, they're fucking incredible. But not even Trent Reznor, which I'm honestly blown away by, from 9 Inch Nails, can save this album. I don't know how. I am so surprised. I feel like the fact that it's mid has to get a lower score, because it's like, you have Trent Reznor on this album. What more can you ask for? This guy is a fucking powerhouse.
It's still her best album. It's still her best album.
Oh,
though.
easily. Easily. Just because of the production, easily. But yeah.
Holy shit. We forgot Kanye. That is kind of sad. Kanye dropped at the very end. So it was kind of surprising. We forgot to put it on the list.
We literally forgot the GOAT.
we made a discussion post.
We did.
So
Yeah,
check that out. Check that out. Check that out in the comments.
It's great.
Description.
Bro.
No,
Yeah, it's great.
no. Donda's the best release project of August. It was not Nas or Pink Sifu.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
It might as well be a September project, to be honest. All right.
Yeah.
Peace.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you guys for. If you're still here after this long ass post, probably our longest.
Yeah.
We salute you.
Honestly, comment on this post. We need like some secret word if you made it to the end.
Okay.
Like comment.
Say what you think of the post. Give your thoughts of the post. Give your thoughts on an album we talked about, and then say a word. What should what?
Balls.
All right.
Say
if you
balls.
Made it this
if
far,
you made it
say
to the end,
balls.
and
If
like,
nobody says balls, dude, I'm done.
right,
Thank you for staying with us through this entire process. We enjoyed it. I had fun. Roundup will resume. The roundups will resume thoroughly in September, so be aware of that. The September roundup will come out with a special guest. Yeah. Check out Insufferable Albums. If you haven't checked out Insufferable Albums by the end of this post, you're a fucking idiot. See you guys.
Love
Peace.
y'all.
Peace. Twerk real quick for the end of the post. Twerk.
No.